I had this opportunity recently with the North Koreans. They said, you know, you've been pressing on the remains issue for a long time, and we'd like you to come to North Korea, to Pyongyang, and we'll hand you over some remains, unconditionally, as a gesture. But we also had the opportunity to press the North Koreans on agreeing to the six-party talks. Like everybody else, I'm waiting for the North Koreans to say that the Yongbyon reactor has been shut down. There is some press activity saying that the reactor, that there's activity being spotted around the reactor, which means maybe it's being shut down. I hope maybe it isn't being, accelerated. But, when you negotiate with North Korea, I don't know how many of you have had a chance to be there, probably not too many. But they're isolated. They're almost in a time warp. They don't negotiate like we do. I think there's going to have to be a verification system for any agreement dealing with nuclear weapons that involves the six-party countries, that involves China and Japan, that find ways that international verification and monitoring of their activity becomes critically important. Then secondly, North Korea has kind of hinted that they'd like to be part of a security framework in the future that involves a closer relationship with the six-party countries. Now, some interpret that as, we'd like to be sort of a bridge, like many other countries are being, between China and other nations that may feel threatened by China. So that is something that we need to watch. My point is that the United States has to be actively engaged. I believe our military presence has to continue. I even question when we reduce the number of troops to 27,000 on the DMZ. I thought maybe for military structural reasons, I can see the justification, but it sent a very terrible signal in the DMZ, in the whole framework of the six-party talks. I believe this was done about 2 or 3 years ago. The troops are now reduced to 27,000. And I believe we have to really look at this North Korean agreement and this six-party agreement and maintain the presence of America as active in Asia.